Tim Reese back in Gallatin, Tennessee for Game 2 of the doubleheader between Rend Lake and Vol State. Pioneers take Game 1 of the doubleheader. Final score 11-4. And looking to take the series from the Warriors by sweeping today's doubleheader. Thanks for joining us on the Vol State Sports Network on YouTube and Twitter. Thank you to the Rend Lake Warriors supporters as well who may be watching us on their Twitter feed or have joined us on the home broadcast. Here are the starting lineups for the Game 2 for Chris Modelmog's Warriors of Rend Lake. Leading off playing shortstop, Will Henson. Tyler Bierman playing left field, batting second. Ryan Trokey will be playing second base again, batting third. DJ Moraine, the designated hitter in this ball game, batting fourth. Riley House over at first base will bat fifth. At third base, Blake Templeton hitting in the sixth hole, and Wendell Perry getting his first start of the series will be out in right field. Batting seventh, Cade Gibson for third game in a row behind the plate will bat eighth, and Ryan St. Ledger, the center fielder, will bat ninth. Hunter McLeod on the mound, left-handed pitcher for Rend Lake. Had a relief appearance in yesterday's game, the 9-inning ball game, from Abbotsford, British Columbia, 6'3", 215-pound freshman, on for his third appearance of the year, his second start. He's got a 1-0 record, 6 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs that were earned, walked 2, struck out 8 with a 2.70 ERA. And he will face head coach Jim McGuire's starting lineup that looks like this for Game 3. Jake Burris in center field leading off. Ethan Huddleston will play second base and bat second. Jace Mizell back out in right field, batting third. Landon Godsey at first base, hitting in the cleanup spot. Braden Vineyard behind the plate, batting fifth. Carter Vrabel moves down a slot to the sixth hole, will play third base. Caleb Hawkins, the designated hitter, will hit seventh. Hunter Searcy out in left field will bat eighth, and Logan Molnar will be the shortstop, batting ninth, and that will be the defense behind freshman left-hander Parker White from Knoxville, Tennessee, on for his third appearance of the year. He also has one start. He has a 2-0 record, 9 2/3 innings, giving up 5 hits, only 1 run. It was earned. Walked 2, struck out 7 as the young left-hander from Knoxville, Tennessee, 6'1", 205-pound freshman from Knoxville West High School, the son of Paul White and Kerry Myers, both of Knoxville. Older brother Eli, younger brother Tanner, and a younger sister Ellie. Owa, his grandma in Tazewell, Tennessee. Hopefully they are either here in attendance or listening in on the Vol State Sports Network, as the umpires have changed positions. Eric Dunsford now back behind home plate as he was in the 9-inning ball game yesterday. And Jesse Chesterfield out on the bases in the 2-man crew here for Game 3 of the 3-game set. Pioneers moved to 7-5 on the season. Rend Lake fell to 5-3 after Game 1 of the doubleheader. We are set to go, just a few minutes past quarter till the hour. Leading off, as he has in Games 1 and 2, is Will Henson. He swings and misses. We are underway at 3:49 Central Time here in Gallatin, Tennessee. Will Henson swung at the first pitch in Game 1 yesterday and hit one out of the ballpark. Tried to do it again there, but Parker White said, "No, sir." He was square to bunt, pull the bat back. Charging was Vrabel, but pitch outside. Will Henson 1 for 4 in Game 1 of the doubleheader, 2 for 4 in yesterday's contest. Squares again, and the fastball goes high. Henson has committed to play for the Ohio State Buckeyes in Columbus, Ohio. Swings and misses in the 3-1 pitch. And as happened in game 1 of the doubleheader, we'll go to a full count Ministries. Full count. The first batter. Staying perfect on the afternoon. Full count. First pitch, foul ball. 4 for 4 in game 1. Again, if you're just joining us, it's a statistic I've been keeping up with in my head for about 40 years and on paper for the last 2. Line drive into center field. That will get down in front of Jake Burris for a leadoff single by Will Henson. A breaking pitch that stayed up. Henson gets his 4th hit of the series. Came into the day hitting .348. Now 2 for 5 on the day, so that batting average has gone up. Tyler Bierman steps to the plate. He was 1 for 3 with a double. 2 for 5 yesterday. Couple of RBIs. Big lead by Henson. He goes back toward first base as Parker White delivers the pitch to the plate. If you're with us for game 1, Will Henson is getting the biggest lead that I've seen anybody get all year. Parker White will throw over to Landon Godsey. Hunter Cersei out in left field. Jake Burris in center. Chase Mizell in right. Carter Vrabel at third. Logan Molnar, freshman, moved into the shortstop position. Ethan Huddleston moved over to second. Landon Godsey back at first. And another throw over. Godsey has to make an acrobatic catch as he jumps over Will Henson to make that grab. And behind the plate is sophomore Braden Vineyard. He caught game 1 yesterday. The 1-0, again, runner is moving back. There's a pop-up into shallow right field. Ethan Huddleston will get over, and just on the edge of the grass will make the catch for out number 1. Apparently the hit and run was not on, as Henson was not going on the pitch. Brings to the plate Ryan Trokey. 1 for 3 in game 1 of the doubleheader. 1 for 4 in yesterday's game. Hits the ball hard. Another throw over to first base. Henson wasn't sure about that one. If you can double clutch on getting back to first base, that's exactly what he did. A little hesitation move. Now he's 12 feet off the base, at least. Again, he goes back, and the pitch close to hitting Trokey in the knee. On deck, DJ Moraine, the designated hitter. Trokey from Marion, Illinois. Another throw over to first base. The home of Josh Griffin, leadoff hitter and shortstop for the Ball State Pioneers a year ago. Has taken his talents to Trevecca Nazarene University in downtown Nashville. Fastball misses out. Parker White has done a tremendous job in his first 2 appearances of the year. Wins in both outings, 1 in relief and 1 as a start. Getting his 2nd start of the year here in game 3 of the series. Two-0 pitch, breaking pitch on the inside corner. Called strike. Trokey asking home plate umpire Eric Dunsford where that was in the strike zone. Not sure what kind of explanation. Another throw over to first base. Henson back feet first. So a leadoff single by Henson. Tyler Bierman pops out to second base. We're only on the third batter here in game 2 of the doubleheader. Swing and a miss. Count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another throw over to first base, not in time. Runner on base is Will Henson, and he will take off. And that ball is grounded down to third base. Umpire at the plate raises his hand, says time called. As Trokey fouled that one off, probably his front leg, maybe his foot. He's got a shin guard on that left leg, but that might have caught toes on the cleats. Parker White looking for a ground ball, but that's not the ground ball he's probably looking for. Looking for something hit a little bit harder, but if Henson's going on the pitch, it's going to be tough to double him up. He's going back to first base, and there's a foul ball off to the right side to get out of play into the stands that is wide open. No fans sitting over there in that portion of Pioneer Field at the Tim Garrett Baseball Complex. Another throw over to first base. Connie McDaniel is checked in from Grove City. Grandparents to center fielder Jake Burris for the Pioneers. Always good to have Roger and Connie McDaniel. There's a ground ball slowly hit. Vrabel will cut in front of Molnar and retire Trokey at first base on the play. Henson, who was running on the pitch, will stop at second base. Nice play by Carter Vrabel. That'd have been a tough play for Logan Molnar to make, but Vrabel's momentum was moving toward the base that he was going to throw to. So with 2 outs and a runner at second, DJ Moraine steps to the plate. Pioneers trying to prevent Rend Lake from scoring in the first inning for the first time in the series. Like a changeup delivered down low. And hello to Tim Messer, watching in Memphis, Tennessee. Foul ball straight back. I believe Dr. Messer he is at the Southwind Dental Care in Memphis, Tennessee, in between patients. Yeah, don't look up at the wrong time, Doc. They wouldn't appreciate that. There's a ground ball to Molnar. Gets it on the short hop and a strong throw over to Landon Godsey. Retires Moraine, and there it is, a 0 in that first inning for the Warriors. First time in the series. No runs, 1 hit. No errors, 1 runner left on base. We're going to the bottom of the first. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. Hunter McLeod on the mound for the Rend Lake Warriors. Getting the start here in Game 3. He came in relief in the bottom of the 9th inning. In Game 1, faced 2 batters, struck out 1, and induced a pop out to end the threat in the bottom of the 9th inning. Had runners at 2nd and 3rd, so the tying runs were on board, and he was able to leave them stranded. And head coach Chris Modelmog has McLeod out there to start Game 3, and he will face Jake Burris, who steps out on that breaking pitch, called strike. Burris 2 for 3 in Game 1, scored 3 runs, also walked. Moves the feet a little bit and breaking pitch in the dirt. Burris, Huddleston, and Mizell scheduled to appear for the Pioneers here in the bottom of the 1st inning. McLeod moves to 2 balls and a strike. M-A-C, capital L-E-O-D. 6'3", 215-pound left-hander. Good-looking pitcher. Delivers one to Burris, who chokes and pokes out there in the Bermuda Triangle that is right center field. And he'll be on with a leadoff single. Jake Burris delivering once again for the Pioneers. So just like Rend Lake, their leadoff batter on via the base hit. Burris was 2 for 4 in Game 1 yesterday. Game 1 of the doubleheader, 2 for 3. Now Ethan Huddleston looking to break out. He looks at a fastball in the outside corner called strike. Huddleston was 1 for 3 with an RBI single. Also walked, played shortstop in Game 1 of the doubleheader. Moved over to second base where give away for Logan Molnar at shortstop. There's some kind of off-speed pitch. Burris ends up staying at first base, even though Cade Gibson, the catcher, wasn't really sure where that ball was as it popped out of his glove. Tyler Bierman in left, Ryan St. Ledger in center, Wendell Perry, right fielder. Fastball down and in. Blake Templeton at third, Will Henson back at his spot at shortstop, Ryan Trokey in his spot at second base, Riley House at first base, Cade Gibson, the rock, behind home plate. There's a nubber off the end of the bat. Takes a nice hop for Will Henson. Steps on second and throws to first for the 6-3 double play that erases the leadoff hit. And just like that, 2 outs for Hunter McLeod. That brings it to play Jace Mizell with nobody on. Mizell had the big blow in Game 1, and he's our right rug flooring player of the game. Went 2 for 3 with 4 RBIs. About gets hit with that breaking pitch. Goes inside. I didn't even give out the full count verse of the game. I'll do 2 at the end of Game 2 here, but the right rug flooring player of the game was Jace Mizell. Had his second home run of the season. 3-run shot in the 4th inning. Also had a sacrifice fly. 2 for 3, 4 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Right rug flooring player of the game. Pitch on the outside corner that whispered to it as it went by. Thanks to Kerry Gilbert, flooring salesman for Right Rug Flooring, that brought his installers up here and laid down some nice carpet squares in the newly remodeled press box. The line drive. Will Henson tried the backhand, but could not come up with it. It's a ball that's actually right at him. I'm going to say E6. Jace Mizell has hit balls harder than that, I know. So, but I think Henson just kind of got a little bit lazy on that line drive or sinking line drive. There's a ball hit out to right field. Wendell Perry will get under it and make the catch for out number 3. No runs scored on 1 hit, 1 error, 1 runner left on base. We're through 1 with no score. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. Thanks for joining us on the YouTube channel for Vol State Sports Network and on Vol State Baseball Twitter and Rend Lake Baseball Twitter as well. Here on a Friday afternoon, this is the final game of the 3-game series between Rend Lake Warriors and the Pioneers of Volunteer State. Parker White back out on the mound for Vol State. He will face 5, 6, and 7 of the Rend Lake lineup. That's Riley House, Blake Templeton, and Wendell Perry. 53 degrees here at the beginning of Game 2. First pitch in there to Riley House, called strike. Game time temperature of yesterday, 81 degrees, so over about 30 degrees, about 33 degrees difference from yesterday's game time temperature in today's first game. There's a ground ball up the middle. Parker White says, I don't want any part of that, and Ethan Huddleston came up with a great play up the middle. As he's running over to shake hands with his third baseman, Carter Vrabel, he throws on the run back across his body a strike to Landon Godsey at first base. And Ethan Huddleston with another great play at second retires Riley House. Brings Blake Templeton to the plate. Back playing third base, was a designated hitter in Game 1 of the doubleheader today. Put a star by that play right there. That was a very, very fine play up the middle by Ethan Huddleston. Fastball on the corner. Templeton 0 for 3 in Game 1 of the doubleheader. 1 for 7 for the series. He looks at strike 2. Does not agree. The infielder, outfielder from Fort Collins, Colorado, hometown of head coach Chris Modelmog. There's a fastball that stays high. Fouled off to the right side. An MGM Industries foul ball. MGM Industries makes the custom windows that were installed here in the press box. Breaking pitch, another foul ball. That'll get off the screen and stay in the ballpark, but down that first base line. Head coach Chris Modelmog down at third base, and assistant coach Matt Elliott down at first base for the Warriors. Another foul ball. This one hit with a little more authority that went off the screening provided by Line to Line in front of the dugouts. So thanks to Bill Marbott and crew for that addition to Pioneer Field as the 2-2 pitch sails wide of Braden Vineyard. Carter Bolt getting some new baseballs to home plate umpire Eric Dunsford. We have a full count Ministries, full count. Tapper down to third. It'll stay fair. Backhanded by Vrabel. Throw in the dirt. Unable to be dug out by Landon Gotze, and it will get down the right field line. Jace Mizell and Braden Vineyard will merge on the other side of the dugout. Couldn't see who picked it up, but that will be a two-base throwing error on Carter Vrabel. Blake Templeton will be on at second base with one out. Vrabel came up with a nice backhand, but the throw in the dirt. Landon Gotze could not dig it out. Wendell Perry steps to the plate, playing right field, starting in his first game. He got an at-bat in game one of the doubleheader. He swings and misses. Actually, he fouls it at the plate. Perry singled, had an infield single in the top of the seventh inning. Came in and pinch hit for Tyler Bierman. Nubs that one to the visitors' dugout. Count goes no balls and 2 strikes. On the outfielder from Villa Rica, Georgia. Parker White looks back at second and delivers. Pop up out into shallow center field. On comes Jake Burris, and he will make the grab head high to retire Perry for out number 2. On a day like today, you're very appreciative of these custom-made windows by MGM Industries, as we don't have to open the window just so that we can see out. So thank you to Joe Gaskins and Patrick Stewart. They were very helpful in getting that done here for the remodel. So new windows, new flooring, painting by my lovely wife. As the first pitch in there to Cade Gibson on the corner, called strike. And then also thank you to Dan Zettel, stepfather to Ethan Huddleston, who helped me install the new countertop facing here, and also he caulked the windows in here. Foul ball off to the right side, an MGM Industries foul ball. We're hoping no foul balls will come and test the strength of these windows. I don't think they were made to be foul ball proof. And also thank you to Dudak Communications, who's provided some signage in the press box as well. Swing and a miss, and Parker White gets Cade Gibson swinging to end the second inning. First strikeout for Parker. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 runner left on base. Scheduled for 7. We're through 1.5. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. Leading off the bottom of the second inning for the Pioneers is Braden Vineyard, be followed by Carter Vrabel and Caleb Hawkins. Late start here to the bottom of the second inning. I didn't really see what the issue was. Oh, I guess it would be Cade Gibson, who made the last out of the top of the second to get his gear on and get in place behind the dish. And the Pioneers catcher, Braden Vineyard, strolls on up to the plate. Vineyard did not play in game one of the doubleheader. Started game one of the series. He went 1 for 3, had an RBI and a run scored. Slow breaking pitch, misses about shoe top height. To the young sophomore from Paducah, Kentucky. Looks at a fastball in that outside corner from Hunter McLeod. Second appearance against the Pioneers here in the series. Got the save in game one. Braden Vineyard, the son of Christian and Monica Vineyard, brother of Mason and Grant. There's a pawpaw in Huntsville and a granny in Paducah, the home of the Paducah Chiefs in the Ohio Valley League. There's a fastball in the inside corner. Paducah Chiefs have the best press box, especially for the visiting team, of any team in the Ohio Valley League. Air conditioned, roomy, very nice. They treat this broadcaster for the full count rhythm very well. Look forward to going there again this summer. There's a 2-2 pitch that stays outside, and we'll go to a Full Count Ministries. Full Count. Full Count Ministries owns the team, the Full Count Rhythm, that plays in the now 12-team Ohio Valley League, a Woodbat College League. Plays in June and July. There's a swing and a miss. And down goes Vineyard. We're out number one, a tailing fastball. Nice pitch by McLeod. That's his first strikeout of the ball game. Brings to the plate Carter Vrabel. Father Ryan product from right here in Nashville, Tennessee. Vrabel 1 for 6 on the series. Looking for that breakout game. Sees a breaking pitch in there for called strike. Just hasn't quite got it going yet. When he gets hot, though, he can carry a ball club. Led the Pioneers a year ago with 12 home runs and 40 RBIs. Billy had 4 of those home runs over in Cumberland. Had 3 home runs down at Jackson State. Just missed outside. Vehicles out there, though, in the left field parking lot, I think might be far enough back away from the field. He can reach you out there, folks, if you're listening. Got some that are sitting in lawn chairs just on the other side of the fence. Some probably still in vehicles. 50-degree weather. There's a shot out to center field. Ryan St. Ledger will move back about 5 steps and haul that one in for out number 2. Two outs brings up Caleb Hawkins, the designated hitter, here at game 2 of the doubleheader. Was the starting catcher in game 1. Hawkins was 1 for 3, had an RBI. on a walk in game one of the doubleheader. Swings and fouls that one. Past the third base coach, head coach Jim McGuire. In his second season here at Vol State, former head coach of Middle Tennessee State University. Just a bit outside, said Bob Euchre. Jim McGuire was an assistant coach for Steve Peterson at MTSU for 20 years. And then when Coach Pete retired, Coach McGuire took over for 6 years. There's a breaking pitch right across the heart of the plate. Called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And then Coach McGuire left MTSU and I think was in the Outlaws program for 3 years before coming over to Vol State. Here's a swing and a miss or a foul ball, strike 3. And Hunter McLeod strikes out 2 of the 3 batters in the bottom of the second inning to retire the Pioneers in order. We're through 2, no score. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network on YouTube and Twitter. Thank you all for joining us here on a Friday afternoon. Lights are on at Pioneer Field at the Tim Garrett Baseball Complex as the sun has decided not to come out today. Thankfully, though, the rain has stayed away. And thank you to those who have sent in emails. I'll put my email address up there. If anybody else wants to join the show, send an email to treesports@gmail.com, just like Carrie Myers, the mother of our starting pitcher, Parker White, who's watching in Highlands, North Carolina, along with stepdad Craig Myers, friends Steve and Kathy Chesney, Brady and Cindy Green, all to watch on the big screen, the 70-inch television, as that ball is popped up in the infield. First pitch swinging, Ryan St. Ledger pops out to Ethan Huddleston for out number 1. So hello to all the Parker White fans out there. You have many that are here in attendance as well, as he is now through 9 batters. And the only hit he's given up is to this young man, Will Henson, who's stepping to the plate. Got a leadoff single up the middle, but was stranded at second base. Parker is on for his 3rd inning of work, and he delivers a fastball. Knees, at the knees, called strike. Also, hello to multiple game listener, Miss Delyn Charla. Fouled off the screen. The mother of Big Jay Charla, reserve outfielder for the Pioneers, who's a fan favorite. The 0-2 pitch from Parker White just missed somewhere. You could see White's shoulders just sag, thinking that he had gotten one of the best hitters in the Rend Lake lineup. Looking, a lot of strikeouts looking in the first game. That ball's fouled off. See if I can count them up real quick. There's 2, 4, 6, 7 of the 11 strikeouts were via the backwards K. There's a line drive down the right field line. If it's fair, it's a problem. And it is a foul ball just by a few blades of grass, says Jesse Chesterfield, the base umpire, just outside of your viewing area. But from here, I had no idea. I had to look at the umpire to see what he called, but that was a close call. Henson was vying for extra bases there, no question. Jace Mizell looked like he was running pretty good after that one. You recall if you were around in the first game, there was a ball hit by Tyler Bierman, second batter of the game. Dropped one in front of Mizell. There's another one dropped in there, and if that's fair, it's a problem. Landon Godsey back, and he will make the over-the-shoulder catch in foul territory for out number 2. Nice play by Landon Godsey to retire Will Henson. Henson must have been trying to go that way, as 2 straight pitches he went down that right field line. Tough play for Godsey. Anytime you have to run straight back, very difficult play, and he made that over-the-shoulder catch like he was a wide receiver in the corner of the end zone. So 2 outs brings up Tyler Bierman, who hit that little flare pop up out to right field that Jace Mizell was coming in to try to catch. The ball hit the ground. Jace actually ran past the ball and then went down and didn't move for a while. Matt Hall, who played second base in game 1, had to come in or actually go out to retrieve the baseball. But by the time he got it back in the infield, Tyler Bierman was standing on third base. He later scored on a Ryan Trokey base hit. There's a fastball that just misses inside. Parker White's got that fastball that's tailing back away from the right-handed hitter. Got the call on the previous pitch. That one a little bit too far inside or too high. Now gone 3 balls and a strike to Tyler Bierman. Biermen. Bierman from Edwardsville, Illinois. 6 foot, 175-pound sophomore. Swing and a miss. He had a hack at that one. White must have taken something off of that one, and we'll have a Full Count Ministries full count. 40 plus of you watching on YouTube. Here's a full count, first pitch, foul ball, 2 for 4 here in game 2 of the doubleheader. So I was saying, I've kept that stat because my college baseball coach, the late Dave Witten, told me that the stat was 70% of the time, if a batter swings on a 3-2 pitch, on the first time it becomes full, he'll foul it off. And it has stayed steady throughout the years. The problem is it's not the same in college baseball as it is in pro baseball. Bierman will take a 2-out walk. The first walk given up by Parker White. That'll bring the 3-hole hitter number 3, second baseman, Ryan Trokey, to the plate. Grounded out to Vrabel at third in the first inning, and that ball is tapped down that right field line, and that will drop in fair territory. Trokey will move on to second base. Mizell picks the ball up, throws it all the way to the plate. Blocked nicely by Braden Vineyard. And the Warriors have something cooking here with 2 outs. As Trokey's ball just did land in fair territory. Bierman moves over to third. So the second hit of the ball game for Rend Lake brings up DJ Moraine, the designated hitter. He grounded out to Logan Molnar at shortstop to end the first inning. Moraine, another Georgian, Conyers, Georgia. He fouls that one straight back. Nice pick there by Braden Vineyard. At this point, you have to act like a hockey goalie, not let anything get by you as a catcher with a runner on at third base. You don't want to give up a freebie here if you can help it. There's a hard shot to second. Huddleston has it on one hop and delivers to Landon Godsey. For out number 3, and Parker White strands 2. Moraine hit it hard, but right at the solid fielding Ethan Huddleston. No runs on 1 hit. No errors, 2 runners left on base. We're through 2.5 innings, and there is no score. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. Tim Reese back on the campus of Volunteer State Community College. We're at game 2 of doubleheader between Vol State and Rend Lake. Pioneers batting in the bottom of the 3rd inning. We'll send 8 and 9 and 1 to the plate against Hunter McLeod. Hunter Searcy steps in the box. Looks at the first pitch fastball in there for a called strike. Searcy did not play in game 1 of the doubleheader, played in game 1 yesterday. Went 1 for 3, scored 2 runs. Pioneers lost game 1 6-4. Came back and won game 2 of the 3-game set 11-4 earlier today, trying now to win the series with a win here. Popped up in the infield, and it will be in foul territory as Cade Gibson sheds mask and helmet to make the catch for out number 1. Glad that ball wasn't any higher. He might have taken off his shin guards and chest protector. He was getting rid of equipment like it was on fire. If you want to join the show, you can send an email to treesports@gmail.com. Let me know where you're watching from, who you're rooting for, as Logan Molnar steps to the plate for his first AB of the series. Molnar, freshman infielder from Independence High School. Ground ball down past Coach McGuire at third base. 6'1", 175-pound freshman from Thompson Station, Tennessee. Son of Joe and Barbara Molnar, brother to Sam. McLeod's 1-1 on the outside corner for called strike. Logan looking for his first collegiate hit. He has 4 official plate appearances. Total 6 times in the box. He's been hit twice. Looking for that first hit, and he will look at a ball outside, and they check down at first base to see if he went. He did not. Oh, the good-looking shortstop from Williamson County, just south of Nashville, Tennessee. Now on the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nearly got hit for the 3rd time. Moves us to a full count Ministries, full count. On deck, Jake Burris, the leadoff batter. Swing and a foul ball off to the right side. Imagine that. I'm not advocating gambling, Landon Tucker, but if you wanted like a free Coke or something like that, you probably could say, hey, I think this guy's going to foul it off. What do you think? Now, don't bet now because it's not the first pitch after he swings through that one. It wasn't the first pitch after the count becomes full, so the percentage just doesn't change. Or it changes as Logan Molnar swings through a breaking pitch. 3rd strikeout for McLeod. 2 outs. Jake Burris steps to the plate. Having a really good day at the plate. Now 3 for 4. Been on base every time he's been to the plate. Singled in the 1st inning. Pops one up. That's playable, but I'm not sure if Riley House can get there. He was stumbling and fumbling and bumbling and got a glove and probably part of his body on it, but he was starting to go down as he tried to make that catch, and it falls to the ground as a foul ball. But that's one of those that your teammates will probably put a chalk line or something or outline out there where you fell down, and that's where the train wreck occurred. Tough play, though. Close enough toward the fence that it was not an easy play. Count goes 0-1 to Jake Burris. Their fastball that stays wide of the mark. I'm sure we got people watching from all over the United States. We might even have some folks up in Canada that are tuning in on the Ball State Sports Network. Rend Lake has a couple Canadians. There's a drive into left field, and Jake Burris stays hot with a 2-out single. Stroked into left field. A little bit of a slow start to the season for Jake Burris, but he's coming on right now. And looking for teammates to follow along. Burris now 2 for 2 here in game 2. Actually, 4 straight singles by Jake Burris in his last 4 plate appearances. Looking for a 2-out knock from second baseman Ethan Huddleston. Burris leads off first. Breaking pitch curves around the plate. Huddleston grounded into a 6-3 double play in the first. Drives one out to center field, but Ryan St. Ledger has this one measured easily, and that's the 3rd out of the 3rd. So we are 3 innings through of 7-inning ball game. There is no score. It's even on that Toyota of Gallatin scoreboard. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error for each team. We're going to the 4th. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. To the top of the fourth we go. Parker White out for inning number 4. Only giving up 2 hits, no runs, walked 1, struck out 1. We'll face 5, 6, and 7 of the Rend Lake lineup. Riley House, Blake Templeton, and Wendell Perry scheduled for Rend Lake. Swing and a miss on the first offering from Parker White, the freshman from Knoxville, Tennessee. Knoxville West. Swing and a miss. House grounded out to Ethan Huddleston. Hit a ground ball up the middle. Huddleston backhanded and threw on the run away from first base. Nice play by Ethan Huddleston to retire Riley House for the start of the second inning. Parker White looking to put him down. Hits one out to left field, but this will go foul. Looks like it will get into the Summit Concrete Pioneer bullpen. Braxton Alexander tried to make a play on that one. Try to catch out with his foot. Swing and a miss at a high fastball, and down goes House. Blake Templeton steps to the plate. Reached on an error by the third baseman. Got all the way around to second base, but was stranded there after White retired the next 2 batters. There's a pop-up out into shallow right field. Mizell will come in and make the easy catch for out number 2. Wendell Perry steps in. Flew out to center field in the second inning. See some coats on and blankets out here. Computer says it's gotten warmer at 52 degrees, but 52 when you're sitting still is not too warm. There's a nice breaking pitch to start off Perry. I believe that's the first curveball he's thrown to start the batter this inning. Fastball in the inside corner, and Perry takes a look at it. Umpire said it looked pretty good. On deck, Cade Gibson. Fastball sails away. Another fastball outside. I just struck him out. You can't do that. See if I can change that. There we go. Got on it quick enough. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. There's a strikeout. I just was 1 pitch too early. And another backwards K for Pioneers pitching. I think that's 8 on the day. A 1-2-3 inning for the freshman Parker White in his 3rd appearance of his collegiate career. After 3.5, there's still no score. Pioneers looking to break through here in the bottom of the 4th. Tell you, I will keep it here. For those of you that are Vol State fans, and not sure if we have alumni listening in, but Pioneers alumni are doing a brick fundraiser, trying to sell 100 bricks that will have a baseball alumni's name, player name, the position he played, and the years that he played. It'll be inscribed on a brick and laid out in a, I'm not sure if it's a 10 by 10 or what it is. It'll be a patio just inside one of the entrances to commemorate all those players who've played here at Volunteer State. If you're interested in that for yourself or for a son or a grandson, please send an email to Hunter Pack, and this is Greg Hunter's email address. He's an alumni from the late 70s, also known as Butch. Hunter Pack at Comcast.net. Hunter, Pack, P-A-C-K, at Comcast.net. Guess that'd be a good idea to put that email address up there. But if you want to email me, I can forward it to Greg Hunter, and he can get you all the information that you'll need. Obviously, your name, address, and things like that. Only costs $100. They are trying to raise money for the baseball program. I think so far we got 40 bricks that have been purchased, some for others as well. So if you have a player that you're rooting for here at Vol State, makes a nice gift to commemorate their playing time here in Gallatin, Tennessee. Jace Mizell leads off against Hunter McLeod here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Got a curveball in the thigh. He's 0 for 1. Reached on an error. There's a breaking pitch on the outside corner. You can also go to the volstate.edu/athletics. Probably have more information about the Brick fundraiser for Vol State baseball. Swing and a miss on a disappearing fastball. Mizell with 4 RBIs in game 1 of the doubleheader. Pitch sails high and away. Jace now with 11 RBIs on the season. There's a drive into the left field line, and he will hunt for 2. He's a doubles machine, and he will cruise into second base, standing with a leadoff double here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Got that one maybe a little bit on the end of the bat, but got enough of it to get it over third baseman Blake Templeton's head. And that's the third hit of the ball game for the Pioneers. Mizell now with 4 doubles on the year. And it brings to the plate Landon Godsey, the cleanup hitter. Fastball misses inside from McLeod. Landon Godsey and Jace Mizell, believe, are now tied with the RBI lead for the team. And there's a foul ball off the screen by the Indianapolis, Indiana product, Landon Godsey, in his second year with Vol State. So far, unknown as to any commitments made. There's a nice fastball in the inside corner. Any commitments made by any Vol State players to move on, but it's a little bit early. There's plenty of time. Still have the 9 weeks of conference play. There will be several players from these sophomores that will move on and play at 4-year schools. Two balls, 2 strikes to the Pioneer first baseman, who flew out to right field in the first. Godsey was 2 for 3 in game 1 of the doubleheader. And almost gets hit with that breaking pitch. Moves us to a full count Ministries, full count. The 3-2 pitch. Drive out to center field. Back goes St. Ledger, and he's now under it. Mizell will tag, and he will go to third to throw on the fly, but not on the money, as Jace Mizell moves up to third base with now 1 out. So a productive out by Landon Godsey. So Braden Vineyard will come to the plate with the go-ahead run. Did they check down there at second base to see if he left early? I'm not sure if you guys were watching or not, but ball went over to the second baseman, Ryan Trokey, and they will play their infield in here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That's a little bit different. Vineyard just looking to get the ball out of the infield here. It's the first pitch he sees, a breaking pitch outside. So more Parker White fan club. Sent an email in, Melinda Sullivan. Watching Parker White, her stepson. He's doing a fantastic job so far. Braden Vineyard looking. That ball is going to get by Cade Gibson, and the Mizell will come in to score the Framework Athletics first run of the game for the Pioneers. That's going to be a pass ball. Gibson, I'm not sure what happened. That ball just jumped right out of his glove. And the Pioneers get on the board. Vineyard's okay with taking an RBI away from him, but hopefully as a team guy. But he still wants to get on base, as he's now looking at a 3-ball, no strike count. On deck, Carter Vrabel, who is just waiting to bust out. The 3-0 outside, and Vineyard takes a 4-pitch walk. The first walk of the ball game for Hunter McLeod. Carter Vrabel flew out to center field, and out of the dugout will come Matt Elliott for a visit to the mound for Vol State. Framework Athletics is where the Pioneers go to train when they can't get on the field here at Tim Garrett Baseball Complex. So thank you to Zach Duke and Ryan McDuffie, the co-owners of Framework Athletics, located at 104B Jessica Lauren Court in Hendersonville. Zach Duke, you may have heard that name, is a 15-year Major League pitcher. Finished with the Cincinnati Reds, and amazingly, I was on the mission trip to Nicaragua when we ran into him at the Miami airport right after he had been released by the Reds, and he saw a group of baseball players walking through the airport, stopped to talk to us and ask us what was going on, and that's how he got involved with the Full Count Ministry, and now he ultimately got involved with Ryan McDuffie, who owns CrossFit Hendersonville, in going into co-ownership of the baseball and softball complex. It's called Framework Athletics. But we'd like to thank Framework Athletics for their support of Vol State baseball and softball. Carter Vrabel steps in, the man at first, and 1 out. Breaking pitch down in the dirt. Nice stop by Gibson. Braden Vineyard on over there at first base. Carter Vrabel, third baseman, with the Pioneers at the plate. Ball stays just below the knees. Big thanks to my audio engineer, A.J. Fawson, here at Vol State for helping me stay up and running, as that ball is tapped off of Vrabel's leg. Will roll eventually into foul territory, picked up by Blake Templeton. But A.J. Fawson is one of the employees here at Vol State, but very instrumental in helping with this broadcast, making sure that cameras work and equipment works, because he's dealing with somebody who's not used to handling electronic equipment. But he's been very patient with me. But A.J. Fawson, as that ball's in the dirt, Carter Vrabel dances out of the way of it, and Vineyard will hustle on down to second base to get in scoring position. Hunter McLeod starting to struggle throwing strikes. We got some action in the Summit Concrete Rend Lake bullpen. We will effort to find out who that is. 3 balls, 1 strike to Carter Vrabel. He smashes one foul down the third base line. Bring us to a full count. Ministries full count. 3 for 5 on the full count. First pitch, foul balls. Carter Vrabel with 1 extra base hit on the season. Just a single right here will drive in a run. And we'll go down looking on the breaking pitch on the outside corner. Called strike 3. 2 outs. Now for the Pioneers. 3rd strikeout for McLeod. Brings Caleb Hawkins to the plate. Need to apologize to Caleb and his family for calling him Connor earlier. Swinging a foul ball off to the right side. Could be playable for Riley House. Out of our view, but looks like he made the catch there, and kind of a Bronx cheer from his teammates as he made that catch, apparently standing up, as fell down in an attempt to make a catch earlier. The Pioneers do scratch for the first run of the game. Double by Jace Mizell, and he comes in to score on the pass ball. It's an unearned run, as a pass ball is not an earned run. But 1 run nonetheless on 1 hit. No errors, and 1 runner left on base. After 4, the Pioneers lead 1-0. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. Moving to the top of the 5th inning. Game scheduled for 7 innings. Here, game 2 of today's doubleheader. Pioneers take a 1-0 lead, and Parker White out on the mound facing 8, 9, and 1 of the Rend Lake lineup. First pitch swinging is Cade Gibson, and that's in the same spot where Riley House just made a catch, but it's just out of play. Landon Godsey got to the fence and could not make the play. Cade Gibson 0 for 1 with a strikeout here in game 2 of the doubleheader. Swings and fouls another one off to the right side. On deck, Ryan St. Ledger, the center fielder. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error for Rend Lake, 1 run, 3 hits and 1 error for Vol State. There's a swing and a miss. And a good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Kind of, as 2 foul balls and then a swing and a miss. The second time that Gibson has gone down. And the 4th strikeout for young Parker White. Ryan St. Ledger steps into the box. He's 0 for 1 with a pop out to Ethan Huddleston at second base. He squares around the bunt, lays one down. Parker White off the mound. He won't have a play there as St. Ledger beats that one out fairly easily, and that is a part of a game that I would think Ryan St. Ledger would be using a little more often if I was advising him. It's a great tool if you've got the speed. So a bunt single with 1 out brings up the top of the order, Will Henson, 1 for 2. Parker White now looking for a ground ball to a middle infielder. Throw over to first base. St. Ledger back in time. St. Ledger 2 for 2 in stolen bases. Pitch and another bunt attempt by Henson. He's going to try the same tactic that St. Ledger did, but he just bunted a fastball that was out of the zone. He tried to push bunt down to the first base line or maybe towards second base, and it trickled foul. But with 1 out, probably not a sacrifice bunt there. Although Berryman came into today's doubleheader hitting .529, went 1 for 3 in game 1. He's going to bunt again, and this one will be fouled off. So maybe he is, in fact, trying to at least sacrifice the runner over to second base. But with 2 strikes, I think that strategy probably goes out the window. Will Henson, who hit a home run in game 1 on the first pitch he saw, will not try to bunt that one. He fouls that one off out of play. Count remains 0-2. On deck is Tyler Berryman, or Bierman, I'm sorry. You wouldn't look at that last name and say that's Bierman, but that's how Coach Chris Modelmog told me to say it. The 0-2 pitch coming, not this time, but as he hopped off that base, maybe, as he switched feet while he was on the base. Not sure if Godsey had kept the tag on him. Major leagues, they might have been checking that. 1 out, 1 on. Will Henson, as the runner goes, pitch thrown outside, and the throw down to second base will retire Ryan St. Ledger. That's at least the 3rd caught stealing today. There's a bit of a pitch out. I'm assuming those are pitch outs. And was that Molnar there catching? Okay, so another caught stealing, 2-6 for out number 2. And now nobody on and 2 outs and 1 ball, 2 strikes to the leadoff batter, Will Henson. He will look at strike 3 called. Another caught looking. I believe that's the 3rd time today that Will Henson has gone down, and I'm not sure what you'd argue about on that pitch. It looks like it's right down the middle of the plate. So the 5th strikeout for Parker White, who pitches out of the bunt single. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. Got a good one going here at Tim Garrett Baseball Complex. We're going to the bottom of the 5th. Pioneers lead 1-0. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network on YouTube and Twitter. Leading off for the Pioneers in the bottom of the 5th inning, Hunter Searcy, 8-hole hitter. Trying to get on the sack, get some more runs for Parker White, who's pitching a gem. First pitch from Hunter McLeod, who's pitching well himself. Misses low and inside. Searcy popped out to the catcher in foul territory to lead off the 3rd. Swinging a ground ball to 3rd, takes a nice hop to Blake Templeton, who airmails to first base. A hard ricochet off the fence, the brick wall down the first base line, but Hunter Searcy will cruise into second base and reach on the throwing error. Second error on Rend Lake. And puts a runner in scoring position for the Pioneers. That brings to the plate Logan Molnar. Pioneers looking for some more runs out on that brand new Toyota of Gallatin scoreboard. Got the new advertising sign just below the scoreboard. Molnar looks at a fastball in the outside corner called strike. And the ribbon that goes over the top of the scoreboard that says Vol State Baseball over the top. It'll be curved, and right in the middle of that, it'll have the baseball logo. Beautiful looking scoreboard, but it'll take a crane to get it over here as Molnar squares to bunt, but leaves that breaking pitch outside. So not bunting on the first pitch. Kind of surprising that he was not. But Jim McGuire down at third base, flashing the signs. We'll see what he has dialed up here for the freshman Logan Molnar. He squares. Pitch hops out of the way of it, plays a little skip rope there. Two balls and a strike. On deck, Jake Burris. Another square to bunt and lays one down. Beautiful bunt down the third base line. Templeton comes up throwing and just gets Logan Molnar. But on the play, Hunter Searcy moves over to third base. Coach Jim McGuire out to talk to the base umpire. Logan Molnar thought he was safe. I thought it was a bang-bang play, but I'm not sure what the argument is about. But Logan Molnar does not want to give up first base, but he will come in and sit down in the dugout and have a sacrifice bunt to show for it. Nice play by Templeton to come in and throw on the run to, I believe that was Ryan Trokey covering first base. And Jake Burris steps to the plate. McLeod pitching from the stretch. Infield is in. Breaking pitch sails high. Beautiful bunt there by Logan Molnar, who was actually vying for a hit. Would have been nice to have runners at first and third, nobody out, but just to have that second run sitting out there is a pop-up in shallow right field. It's going to be tough to score on that, but it's going to be tough to make a catch, as in does come the right fielder to make the catch, and the ball is not handled at the plate. Who is my right fielder? Is that, in fact, Wendell Perry, number one? I think it is still Wendell Perry. But Hunter Searcy, a gambling man, comes in to score, and a sacrifice fly by Jake Burris brings in run number 2 for the Pioneers. Here in the bottom of the 5th, could be a big run. Very shallow fly ball, but Wendell Perry had to hustle to get in to make that catch. And Ethan Huddleston comes up and he squares around to bunt, pulls the bat back for ball 1. So an error, another unearned run for Rend Lake. There's a tapper down the third base line. It will just carry him foul right before Templeton picked it up. Huddleston 0 for 2, looking for that first hit of the ball game. Came out in the first 10 games hot, hitting 400. Cooled off a bit in this series. Looking to get a big hit right here. It's ground ball to Trokey, who collects and throws on to House at first base to retire Huddleston. The Pioneers scratch for one more as Hunter Searcy reached on the air. Came around to score on the sacrifice fly by Jake Burris. So one unearned run, no hits, one costly error, and nobody left on base. After 5, scheduled for 7, the Pioneers lead 2-0. You're listening to the Ball State Sports Network. Two innings left to go here in game 2 of today's doubleheader. Pioneers trying to take the series from Rend Lake from Ina, Illinois. Lead 2-0. Freshman Parker White back out on the mound for head coach Jim McGuire. He is vying to become the right rug flooring player of the game. So far, no runs on 3 hits. He's got to face the heart of the order, 2, 3, and 4 for Rend Lake. Leading off is Tyler Bierman, who pops that one up into shallow center field. Could be a tough play. Back goes Huddleston, and he will get under it and make the catch right in front of fellow redshirt sophomore Jake Burris. 4 out number 1. Nice play by Huddy, as he's called. Now he's kind of coming up a little bit gimpy on a leg as he testing the weight on one of those legs. Not sure what the issue is there, but looks like he's good to go. So 1 pitch and 1 out for Parker White. Brings to the plate 3-hole hitter Ryan Trokey. 1 for 2 with a double. He swings and misses at the changeup. Trokey, couple hits on the day. One for 3 in game 1 of the doubleheader today. 1 for 4, so he's had 1 hit in each of the 3 games so far. Swing and a foul ball. Parker White in his 6th inning of work. In his 2nd start of the year. Fastball stays high. In a relief appearance down in Central Alabama, went 4 2/3, got the win there, give up only 3 hits. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and popped up. That's playable. Landon Godsey over here in foul territory will make the catch for out number 2. So 2 pop-ups induced by Parker White. He's now gone 5 2/3 innings, which is his longest stint of the year in his only other start against Jackson College last weekend, a 9-1 victory for the Pioneers. He went 5 innings, 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned. Struck out 4, did not walk a batter, and he delivers a line drive that Hunter Searcy cannot get. It's over his head, but DJ Moraine will barely get to first base. He smoked that one. I thought it was going to be down a little bit farther where Hunter Searcy could be able to make that grab, but that'll be a 2-out single for DJ Moraine. He's now 1 for 3 on the day. Hit that one to the wall. Hunter Searcy was playing deep, able to get to that one. Riley House steps to the plate with 2 outs and 1 on. Just the 4th hit for Rend Lake. There's a fastball in the outside corner. Light starting to have a full effect here at Pioneer Field. The pitch is lifted out to second base, and Ethan Huddleston will make his 2nd catch of the inning. A pop out to retire Rend Lake, who are now down to their last at bat. They get no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. We'll have to see what the Pioneers will do coming into the next inning, but Chris Monomog out to talk to the home plate umpire. We have a new pitcher and a new catcher. We'll tell you about them when we return on the Vol State Sports Network. Summit Concrete call to the bullpen for the Rend Lake Warriors. Number 9, Philip Berberich, right-hander, 5'9", 180-pound sophomore from Trenton, Illinois. Side armor will face the middle of the lineup for the Pioneers. Jace Mizell will lead off and foul the first pitch he sees. Straight back. Mizell with a double down the left field line. He scored the first run of the game for the Pioneers. Facing a right-hander, side armor. Not a breaking pitch. Not sure what that was, but in there for a called strike. On deck, Landon Godsey. Like a slider there that went low and away. Nice 0-2 pitch. Jace Mizell with a double in the left field. Drives one deep to left field. Back goes Tyler Bierman, and he's looking up, and that is another home run by Jace Mizell. This one a leadoff solo shot in the bottom of the 6th inning. Jace Mizell is getting hot. Got that one up in the air. and rode it out of the ballpark here at Pioneer Field. 320 down the lines, 345 in the gaps, 380 to dead center is what I've been able to pick up on the Google Earth measuring stick. We haven't actually measured it, but second home run of the day for Jace Mizell, and that brings Landon Godsey to the plate. Mizell has now taken over the home run lead that he shared with Landon Godsey. A line drive into right field. That'll get in there for a base hit. Godsey gets his first hit of the ball game. So the first two batters have not greeted Philip Berberich hospitably here in Gallatin, Tennessee. Not that they're required to, but the Pioneers were behind on hits coming into this inning, but now have taken the hit lead. 3 runs, 5 hits, and 1 error. Braden Vineyard steps to the plate. Ground ball down that third base line. That will stay in the line, get down into left field. Vineyard will cruise into second base with a stand-up double. That ball stayed down just under the backhand glove of Blake Templeton. Runners now at second and third, so 3 straight hits off of Philip Berberich. Home run, single, and a double. The Pioneers are threatening some more runs here as Carter Vrabel will step to the plate. 0 for 2. The infield is moving in. They can't afford to get further behind. There's a breaking pitch, just misses Carter Vrabel's elbow. He was hit with a pitch in game 1 of the doubleheader. I believe that's 5 on the season for Vrabel. Swings and misses at a fastball that came back to him. It would do well for Carter Vrabel's week if he could get him a big hit right here. And he gets said right down that right field line, and that will score 2. Vrabel will get into second base. He's going to keep on going. He wants 3, folks. Throw is not in time. Triple for Carter Vrabel is a head-first slide for his second extra base hit of the year, first triple. And that is 4 straight hits, and the Pioneers have just hit for the cycle off of Philip Berberich. Home run, single, double, and a triple. 2-run triple for Carter Vrabel. And out of the dugout comes head coach Chris Modelmog, and that'll be the end of the line for Philip Berberich. The Pioneers have put 3 on the board here in the bottom of the 6th to take a 5-0 lead over Rend Lake. We'll have a new pitcher, a Summit Concrete call to the bullpen, and we'll tell you about him after we return on the Vol State Sports Network. Summit Concrete call to the bullpen for Rend Lake. Brings on Maddox Yates, a 6 foot, 190-pound sophomore from Heron, Illinois, on in relief of Philip Berberich. First batter that he faces will be Caleb Hawkins, who looks at a slider that misses outside. Infield again is still in. Count goes 2 balls, no strikes. Hawkins 0 for 2 has a runner in scoring position. Carter Vrabel, who just tripled, drove in 2 runs on a line drive down that right field line. As Yates has gone 3-0 to the designated hitter. It's the second appearance of the year for Maddox Yates. 3-0 pitch right down the can. Previous appearance, 2 1/3 innings, giving up 1 hit, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. So he had a heck of a start to his 2023 year. No outs. Hawkins will take a walk. Philip Berberich faced 4 batters here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Give up a solo home run to Jace Mizell, a single to Landon Godsey, a double to Braden Vineyard, then a triple down the right field line, and that sent him to the showers. He's responsible for Carter Vrabel over at third base. First and third in middle infield is back at double play depth. Pitch to Hunter Searcy down low. Rend Lake is okay with giving up the 6th run. Already 3 runs in the inning. Pitch misses down low. I forgot to announce that a new catcher when Philip Berberich came out to start the 6th inning. Brady Ingram is now in at catcher for Cade Gibson. Not sure if that's an injury or not. Ingram came in game 1 of the doubleheader, but that was probably because of the game had gotten out of control. As Yates now gone 3 balls and no strikes to Searcy. And Tim Messer, in one of his emails, gave me the intel about what Ingram did back in the fall when they were coming to Murray State to play the Pioneers. He apparently had to get out and fix the team bus so that they weren't as late as they could have been. 3-1 pitch, misses inside, another 5-pitch walk by Yates now loads the bases. Logan Molnar now steps to the plate. Young shortstop looking for his first collegiate hit. Laid down a nice sacrifice bunt, almost beat out the bunt for a base hit. Bang, bang play at first base. Freshman infielder from Independence High School, just south of Nashville. Steps in with nobody out and about gets hit with that first offering from Yates. 5 strikeouts, 1 walk in the 2 1/3 innings in his first appearance, but struggling here in his second. Breaking pitch misses low and away. Nice take by Molnar. Not sure if Joe and Barbara are here in attendance. I hope they are. Hoping to see that first big hit in college for their son. Not yet given a chance here by Maddox Yates. In danger now of walking his 3rd straight batter and giving Logan Molnar a easy RBI. Molnar started to go. I thought there's no way he's swinging on a 3-0 pitch. Coach McGuire might have come out of his shoes if he had swung at that pitch. He'll be swinging here, though. 3-1 coming. Nobody out. Bases loaded. And it's high, and there's his first collegiate RBI. As Maddox Yates has now walked 3 straight batters. And Carter Vrabel comes in to score the 6th run. And that, for some reason, gets put up there in the Warriors. I don't know what is going on with my scoreboard here. Glad I can fix it, and that'll be the end of the day for Maddox Yates. We'll have another Summit Concrete call to the bullpen. We'll be right back to tell you about the new pitcher on the Vol State Sports Network. Well, Tim Reese having to apologize to the Compton family as I didn't realize that we had a set of twins on the Rend Lake roster. This is the pitching Compton. In game 1 of the doubleheader, we had the hitting Houston Compton, who pinch hit in the top of the 7th inning, was hit by a pitch. And Holton Compton steps in to a bases loaded, no out jam, just like Chase Bird did in yesterday's contest. But a little different story as the Pioneers have opened up a 6-0 lead. Holton Compton, who's had 2 appearances in relief this year, 4 innings, 4 hits, 5 runs that were earned, walked 4, has yet to strike a batter out. And he is on in relief, the 3rd pitcher for Rend Lake here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So the Pioneers have moved to the top of the order. Jake Burris with nobody out, bases loaded. Caleb Hawkins, Hunter Searcy, and Logan Molnar, 3rd to 1st, have all reached via the walk. Jake Burris looks at a called strike about the letters. Logan Molnar picked up his first collegiate RBI on a bases-loaded walk that scored Carter Vrabel and ended the line for Philip Berberich. It was a pitch, nice backhand by Brady Ingram. Philip Berberich pitched to 4 batters, gave up 4 hits. All 4 of them scored. Gave up a solo home run to Jace Mizell, his 2nd home run of the day. That ball is high and outside and off the glove of Brady Ingram. And that will score another run for the Pioneers. Score moves to 7-0. Wild pitch from Holton Compton will score Caleb Hawkins. Hunter Searcy moves up to 3rd. Logan Molnar now moves to 2nd base. The infield will stay back with the 7-0 lead here in a game scheduled for 7 innings. Pitch is on the outside corner for called strike 2. Burris, a tremendous day-to-day at the plate. 2 for 2 here in game 2 with a couple singles and a sacrifice fly. 2 for 3 in game 1. And 3 runs scored. Has yet to score a run here in game 2, but hasn't needed to. That ball's in the dirt. Here comes the runner for the second run on a wild pitch. And brings us to a full count Ministries, full count. Six runs have come across in the inning. Pioneers were leading 2-0 coming into the inning. And it puts 6 on the board in the bottom of the 6th to take an 8-0 lead. Logan Molnar now down at third base. A line drive up the middle past the diving second baseman into center field. And Jake Burris will hustle on down to second base. And he will be out on the throw from the right fielder. I believe that's the right fielder who made that throw to retire Burris at second, trying to stretch the single into a double. But the 9th run does come across, and Ethan Huddleston will come on, and he'll hit a high fly ball out the left field. Back goes Tyler Bierman at the track, at the wall, makes the catch for out number 2. All right. We can't be hitting the countertop here, boys. That moves the camera. All right, so I got to get my scoreboard. And now Jace Mizell will come to the plate as the 10th batter in the inning. 2 outs, 7 runs have come across. Nice breaking pitch there. It misses down low, though. Sharp breaker. Huddleston gave that one a ride, but just got under it a little bit too much. Same pitch, same result. Ball 2. Mizell 2 for 3. A double and a run scored, a home run, solo shot to start the 6th inning off. He goes with a fastball, pops that one up. That will get out of play. Riley House will give chase, and it will just be over the fence. Trickling toward the maintenance shed. Home away from home for Chase Birdwell. Knows every inch of that maintenance shed in his 3rd year as Vol State baseball player. Is it getting a little chilly out there, Chase? 3 balls and a strike now as that one gets away. Four straight hits to start the bottom of the 6th inning off. There's a hard shot down the third base line that just goes foul. Brings us to a full count. Ministries full count. Mizell led off with a home run. Godsey singled. Vineyard doubled. Vrabel tripled. That scored 3 runs right there. Then the next 3 batters walked. And then Jake Burris singled but was thrown out trying to stretch it into a double. 3-2 pitch. Lined out to right field. That will drop in fair territory. Let's see if Mizell will stop at first. He will not. He slides actually past second base. The throw gets by Will Henson, but backed up by Tyler Bierman. So Jace Mizell does not foul off the full count pitch, but gets a double down the right field for his 2nd hit of the inning, his 2nd double of the game, and 3rd extra base hit. That is now 3, 4, 5, 6 hits in the inning. And Landon Godsey will get another shot with his mom, Suzanne, in attendance, along with his girlfriend, Miranda, who's here, I assume, from Indianapolis. Ball in the dirt. Mizell stays at second base. 2 outs, 7 runs in the inning. Holton Compton out on the mound for Rend Lake. There's a line drive out to right field. Back goes Wendell Perry, and he will make the catch for the 3rd out of the bottom of the 6th inning. But the Pioneers send 11 batters to the plate and score 7 runs on 6 hits. There were no errors and 1 runner left on base. As we will go to the top of the 7th inning, last chance for Rend Lake, and yes, sir, indeed, Parker White back out on the mound for the Pioneers, looking for the complete game. We'll just keep it here. Parker White trying to get the first complete game for the Pioneers in 2023. He has scattered 4 hits, has struck out 5, walked 1 batter. Thus far, he will face 6, 7, and 8 in the Rend Lake lineup. Looks like we've got some changes coming as I see Luke Bullens, number 23, grab a bat. Looks like he will pinch hit for somebody here, maybe even Blake Templeton to lead off. We'll have to see, but looks like outfield is still the same for the Pioneers. Searcy in left, Burris in center, Jace Mizell in right. Vrabel, Molnar, Huddleston, and Godsey still in the lineup, or in the infield, and it will be Luke Bullens, number 23, who will come and pinch hit for Blake Templeton. Bullens now played in all 3 games. Pinch hit in the top of the 7th inning. And the first pitch from Parker White is inside. Let's get us over to the top of the 7th. Who we got on deck here? Is that Wendell Perry there? Wendell Perry is on deck. First 2 pitches miss inside, then outside. Got a little bit of glare coming off of these MGM windows as that fastball misses high. Parker White is now 3 balls and no strikes. As some activity is happening down in the bullpen, and there's a strike poured in there by the freshman lefty. Who we got down there in the Summit Concrete bullpen, Tyler? That big Cadro Sanders. There is ball 4, just missed inside. We'll see how long Jim McGuire probably will go a ways with Parker White. I'm not sure how many pitches he's thrown, as Coach McGuire now talking to Braden Kale. Now he's talking to Landon Godsey to tell him where to play in relation to the runner at first base. Wendell Perry steps in, and after seeing a walk, he swings and misses at the first pitch he sees, a high fastball. Perry 0 for 2, struck out looking in his last plate appearance. Disappearing changeup. Come on, Parker. Make him hit it. On deck, we got a pinch hitter. There's a fastball in there for a called strike. Pim DeVries is on deck. I think he must be hitting for Blake Ingram, who came in for Cade Gibson. There's a strike 3 called, and down goes Perry for the second time. Looking. One out here in the top of the 7th inning. New batter Pim DeVries, or DeVries. I'm going with DeVries. And I think he is pinch hitting for Ingram, who did not bat in the ball game. He came in as the catcher. First pitch to DeVries in there for a called strike. Parker White is a ground ball away from getting his first complete game and his 3rd victory. Breaking pitch swung on and fouled off to the right side. DeVries grounded out in a pinch hit appearance in game 1 of the doubleheader. The 0-2, swing and a miss. Parker White retires DeVries on 3 pitches, and he is 1 out away from a complete game shutout. Ryan St. Ledger, the number 9 hole hitter, steps to the plate, and he will get a visit from Chris Modelmog, the third base coach. Chat maybe to break up Parker White's momentum, but I got 7 strikeouts on my book for Parker White and only 2 walks. Again, scattering 4 hits. Every Pioneer baseball player and supporter is rooting for young Parker White to finish this game out. And there's a pop-up into shallow center field. Back goes Huddleston, and he makes the grab. And there it is. A shutout for Parker White. 9-0. Nice play again by Ethan Huddleston to end the ball game and give the Pioneers a 9-0 victory and sweep the doubleheader today and win 2 out of 3 versus Rend Lake. And the Right Rug Flooring player of the game, no question, Tyler Holsworth votes Parker White. Alex Qualls? P-Dub Parker White with an outstanding pitching performance. A 4-hitter. They score no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. Parker White with the complete game shutout in a game that took 2 hours and 3 minutes. No scoring for the first 3 innings. And then the Pioneers put 1 on the 4th, 1 in the 5th, and then a touchdown and an extra point in the 6th inning to break it open and ultimately take a 9-0 victory. They move to 8-5 on the season. Rend Lake will fall to 5-4. Next game for the Pioneers will be Tuesday. Let's see, I have to check my schedule. It is a doubleheader, I'm pretty sure. Doubleheader that will start at 1 p.m. Calhoun Community College will come to the Tim Garrett Baseball Complex for a doubleheader. And that will be the first midweek game for the Pioneers. So Parker White goes all 7 innings, gives up 4 hits, no runs, walks 2, strikes out 7. Does not hit a batter. So he moves to 3-0 on the season. Hunter McLeod will take the loss. Let's see, McLeod will move to 1-1 for the year. And an outstanding pitching performance. So thank you to Right Rug Flooring for sponsoring our player of the game. And to Full Count Ministries, we will have the Full Count Ministries verse of the game. Matthew 7:12 says, "So in everything, do to others what you would have them do to you. For this sums up the law and the prophets." So a good verse right there out of the book of Matthew 7:12. Many people call that the golden rule. But a great day of baseball here for Vol State as they take 2 from Rend Lake Warriors. Game 1, 11-4. Player of the game there was Jace Mizell with 2 for 3 with a 3-run home run and a 4 RBI day, and he comes back clutch with a 3 for 4 game 2. And other than Parker White, he would have been our Right Rug Flooring player of the game for game 2 as well. So overall, he was the player of the day with 2 home runs and 2 doubles. So a great day by Jace Mizell and Parker White, and a great day by Pioneers players. DJ Qualls and Tyler Holsworth, great job today for being here. Just showing up, buddy. That's half the battle, just showing up. All right. So 9-0, the Pioneers take game 2. Safe travels for the Rend Lake Warriors as they will head back to Ina, Illinois. And good luck the rest of the season as the Pioneers have a 2-game winning streak as they end the 4-game winning streak that Rend Lake had coming into today's action. But Parker White goes to 3-0 on the young season in his 3 appearances. It's just his second start. Now has 16 2/3 innings in 3 appearances. Having a tremendous start to his college career. So congratulations to the Parker White family, all those that checked in via email. See if we have any last little emails that I need to get to. Barbara Molnar checked in. She's down that third base line, she said, staying warm under her blankets, cheering on Logan, who got his first RBI. Still looking for that first hit, but didn't get too many chances. So for Athletic Director Bobby Hudson and Head Coach Jim McGuire, this is Tim Reese saying so long from the Vol State campus, Pioneer Field on the Tim Garrett Baseball Complex. Thank you all for tuning in today on the Vol State Sports Network on YouTube and Twitter. God bless and good night, everybody.